And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the level 65 Astrologian quest in Final Fantasy XIV. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we are here in Ishgard in the Pillars at 1510, and we need to talk to Janquinard. The quest is called Come Rain or Shine. Janquinard appears ill. Could it be he is recovering from another long evening at the Forgotten Night, or is something else disturbing the Viscount? While your visit fills my heart with joy, Mithrie, I cannot bring myself to smile, knowing that Lady Laveva is troubled so. Though she should be spending these final days before the symposium, placing the final touches on her address to the vault, she instead spends her time wandering around the pillars in a daze, mumbling to herself about earth, wind, and water. I fear that Kyakuho's departure has left a gap in Lady Laveva's heart that she knows not how to fill. I have tried at length to set her mind at ease, but one need not be a reader of stars to guess how well that ended. Perhaps if you spoke with her, she would finally listen to reason. Okay, let's find Lady Laveva in the pillars. Okay, we made it and found Lady Laveva. Let's talk to her. Mithrie, to what do I owe the honour? Now, let me guess. Our good friend Janquinard asked you to talk some sense into poor, adel-pated Laveva. And, oh, goody. Today I have the privilege of being lectured by both of you. Why, Lady Laveva, Mithrie, imagine finding you two out here this fair morning. Enough with the theatrics, Jane. I know your play here, and as I have told you time and again, I have not forgotten my duty to the Athenaeum or my obligations to the Symposium. I simply need time to think, alone. To which I keep replying, why think alone when you have one of the greatest minds in the realm at your disposal? And Mithrie. The greatest minds, eh? Then riddle me this. Why are you the results of my reading from the day both Mithrie and Kyakuho arrived still weighing on the mind? Why does it feel as if I am missing, or rather misinterpreting, some devilishly important detail? Peace comes, friends are made, danger paths are trodden, knowledge is gained. Did that not already occur? Kyakuho and Mithrie both arrive at the Dragon's Song. As the Dragon's Soul War ends. Mithrie saves Kyakuho from death at the Steel Vigil, and knowledge of geomancy is shared with the Athenaeum. Yes, but what if the coming destruction told by the inverted spire was not the incident at the Citadel, but something else, something far more grave? Then that would mean the prophecy's fruit of knowledge and hope was not Kyakuho's stories of his art, but something different, something we will only see by continuing on this perilous path. But is it truly the path that is disastrous, or our decision to pursue it? The end of the path of disaster is hope. To seek hope would be disastrous. A big promotion is just around the corner. Exactly what I was thinking. Only through the avoidance of something unforeseen peril will hope and knowledge be acquired. And I believe the disaster in question has something to do with Kyakuho's return home, if not the return itself. It could also mean that our friend is in danger. I see where you're going with this. And while I loved our Red Road ruckus rouser as much as anyone, excepting Fleuret perhaps, a journey at this time would mean the cancellation of our symposium, and with that, any chance the Holy See ever taking us seriously. Now you can see why I've been here a day and night biting my nails to the quick. I apologise, a lack of sleep can work ill on one's humours, but I think your intervention here today may have provided me a solution to our predicament. A solution that I am now kicking myself for not having come to earlier. a solution I have myself proposed not days ago when deciding how I might attend Kayakuho's opening of the 6.7. Mithrie will travel to Hingashi. The reading did only mention friends old and friends new. I recalled nothing in there about silver-haired astrologians from Charlian. But how do you propose Mithrie find our charge? The Far East is a big place. Perhaps we could write a letter? Yes, and address it to Kayakuho Hingashi. No, you dullard. We have something far better. We have the stars and our undying faith that they will guide us to which we seek. Or Mithrie could start her search in Kugane, the port city from which Kayakuho claimed he came, focusing on locations which serve as exceptional venues for stargazing, a pastime our friend warmed to during his stay with us. Or Mithrie could... no, wait. That is actually a decent proposal. Mithrie, you have your quest. May the stars guide you true. Oh, and I will expect reports. Many reports. Jane, let us return to the prepper. Alright, maybe after a few bells, rest first. Alright, so let's go to Kugane and do some stargazing. Okay, so we came to Kugane. Let's talk to the first person. So Kugane is packed like a warehouse with multi-storied hostels and tea houses. So the kobolds will never afford a man a decent view of the skies. No, if you want to see the heavens in all their glory, you must needs make your way up. Take this bridge behind me, and there atop that mighty span the stars await. She faces directly west of Kugane Castle out towards the Ruby Tide and Ophard beyond. It is said that her location was determined by a great geomancer who told the first Bugyo placing it there would ensure the city's prosperity for generations to come. Cool. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, let's talk to this lady. So, when I wish to walk under the stars, I go with my promise to the Tassogare Bridge spanning yon pier. The melting of crimson into indigo is a sight you will not soon forget. Oh. Alright, let's ask the third person. Okay, we got to the third person. So if it is the stars you seek, then you need only look up. But if it is a fool you seek, one who calls himself a master of wind and water, when in fact he is nothing more than a cheat, a liar, and a disgrace to our noble profession, then perhaps you might find the rat where all rats hide, near the piers. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's find Kayakuho. Okay, we made it to the bridge. Let's examine. So I see someone has taken my spot. I may have just have to slit her throat and toss a body to the tide. Army. I'm pulling your arm, Mithrie. Or was it ear? You Westerners have such odd sayings. What brings you so far from home? A path fraught with disaster, misfortune, impending doom. Ha 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 ha. Yes, well, the situation may not be encouraging, as my jovial demeanor suggests. It all began several decades ago when the Baikufu decided that they were opening the port to foreign trade vessels to accommodate the influx of ships. A section of ancient coastline forest was cleared. However, doing so angered the entity who had guarded the wood for countless generations, a golden fox named Kinko. A great battle ensued, but claws and fangs were no match for cold steel. King Ko was slain and the new port completed. The fox's spirit, however, remained, spoiling our milk, withering our crops, and causing storms that dashed ship after ship against our rocky cliffs. In desperation, the Pukufu turned to the land's most powerful geomancer, my great-grandfather Kanzan. Kanzan used the power of the sea, the skies, and the land to soothe the spirit long enough that he could erect an invisible barrier that not only protected the sea, but ensured that it would prosper. At once, the fortunes of Kugane's citizenry turned. My great-grandfather was hailed as a hero, and geomancy as the savior of our nation. Within a matter of moons, the streets were lined with the stalls and tents of would-be seers, the people practically throwing coin at them for their advice and blessings. These pretenders, these charlatans, were not interested in the sacred rites passed down to my great-grandfather from his great-grandfather and his great-grandfather before him. They were not interested in maintaining the barrier that preserved Kugane's luster and drove back the powers that would see it all fall. No, they were more interested in lining their pockets, and now the bonds that hold the barrier in place are about to break, there is none left with the knowledge to mend them. The knowledge that died with the passing of my grandfather. And so I set out to convince the geomancers of Kugane that only united would we discover the means to save our fair city. That only united would we stave off the darkness and bring lasting prosperity to one and all. That only united would my great-grandfather's legacy live on. Alas, I failed, branded as deceiver by those very men and women who had grown fat on deceit. Unable to mend the bonds myself, nor rouse my peers to take action, I stood on this very bridge and thought of an answer, and then I saw it in the setting sun. My answer lay in the west. And so I packed my bags and headed to Eorzea in search of something, anything that might help me save Kugane. I believe that something astrology, but before I could be certain, I was summoned home. This you already know. Since then, I have been coming here every night, hoping the stars might provide me with another revelation, but they remain silent. Mithrie, the heavens speak through you. Tell me, what did they say? Use geomancy to mend the barrier. Use astrology to restore the barrier. Solve your own problems. I mean, if he knows geomancy, he should use it. I admit it was a long story, but did you not hear a single thing I even said? I could mend the barrier myself. I wouldn't have traveled halfway across the world in the first place. Wait, but I did travel halfway across the world, and I didn't come home empty-handed. If I learned one thing while in Ishgard, it was that Western astrology is in many ways a complement to geomancy. Used together, they might just work. After all, you need only use your aspected benefic, and you could mend any injury. Is that not so? No, really, I am genuinely asking. The lesson explaining the finer details of the star's power and how to harness it was conveniently scheduled for the day after I returned home. But you know it all well. Tell me, you can help and repair the barrier. I did it. Great-grandfather found a way to make things right. Well then, we have no time to lose. My great-grandfather created his barrier by anchoring the energies of wind, water, and earth to 4 shrines located to the north, east, south, and west ends of the city. It is the bonds that must be repaired. We shall begin with the nearby westerly shrine on the short pier. Alright, let's go to the westerly shrine. Okay, we caught with Kayakuho. It seems we have a fight on our hands. So this is one of the shrines which I spoke. It may not look like much, but if it were to be destroyed, the entire city would be overrun with large testilled raccoon dogs and flying rainbow cats, and possibly just angry spirits. My plan is simple. If I am correct, Aspectic Benefic will intertwine with the barrier's geomancy energies, mending it as easily as it does flesh. We shall wait until nightfall to perform the rite. Well, the last thing we need is a drunken Ronin breaking your concentration. So commence battle for come rain or shine. Okay, we have to use Aspected Benefic. Okay. Take his condition. Aspected this one. You have to examine it first. What's the night 4? The speed which the bonds... Can't even read it that quick. Okay. So the magic's intertwined like two halves of a whole. Okay, maybe you have to do it again? Maybe not. Okay, to the next one. It's a little bit annoying when the text goes by so quickly you can't even read it. Where's the next one? Hopefully it's not too far away. So now we're going to the southerly one, then the western one. Oh. Southerly Shrine. Interacting with this. Uh-oh. We seem to be okay. Okay, so we have to again use Aspected Benefic on this. That wasn't so bad. I shall complete the ritual. Okay, so now we have to go to the other ones. Spirits in the way. Okay. Okay, let's clear this one out. Next one. Thankfully, they die super quick. Okay, let's go up here. Okay, so it seems to be over there. Okay, so here's the easterly shrine. And then I guess that just leaves us with the northern one after. Oh, jeez. Gonna heal up just in case. Okay, so let's use Aspected Benefit. Okay, so now we need to go to the Northernly Shrine. Okay, this way. This way. Well, we're nearly at the fourth shrine. It's right over there. You can see in the distance. So we're nearly there. Let's examine it and then let's see if any mob spawns. Oh jeez. Fury of the Golden Fox. Done. Aspected Benefit on this. Okay, we did it. So, a fine display, fine indeed, though if it were I might have used gravity instead of malefic when the foul creature had. Ah, right. I'll just be staying by that tongue of mine again. Kaikuho, I was told that there were spirits in the streets. And you arrived just as they are vanquished. How fortunate. Yes, Master Murakumo. The bonds are mended, made whole with Western magics, and a little shoulder grease, or was it knuckle grease, Mithrie? Western magics. Then this Aijin lady is. None other, and wait until you see the reinforced bonds. And energies twist together with ours like sun and moon, like darkness and light. They are as one, Master. Then I was right to summon you home. Pardon my intrusion, traveler. I am Murakumo, second pupil of the Great Kazan, and instructor to young Kyokuho. But with Kigane safe, I can now return to Ishgard to complete my training as an astrologian. Huzzah. Absolutely not. While you have mended the weakened bonds for now, their ephemeral remains. Unless you expect your friend here to remain in Kugane for the remainder of her life, we will need to find a more permanent solution. In other words, the bonds must be laid anew. But you know as well as I, the secret to laying those bonds died with my grandfather. No day goes by that I do not suffer the burden of your ineptitude. Sorry, of my ineptitude. Had I shown promise in the art as your grandfather did, perhaps Kazan would have entrusted me with the knowledge as well. But he did not, and now they are both gone. We can lament that which we cannot change. Or we can put aside our past failures and seek the path which leads us forward. My master is right. Perhaps there is something in my grandfather's tomes, or perhaps I may still find a way to win over other geomancers to our cause. There is always hope, is there not? If anything, you've given us time to search for an answer, and for that I am grateful. The city would be as well if they knew you had saved them from an army of angry wraiths looking to devour their souls and defecate their bones straight to the darkest of hells. In his haste to find a difficult answer, he looks past the simple one right before his eyes. It may take Kayakuho time to realize it, but you are the hope which we seek. In time, you will come to see it as well. Okay, so let's go back and let's talk to Kayakuho. Okay, so we caught up with him. So I guess this is farewell, unless that is you're staying? You're staying? She's staying. Master, she's staying. What changed your mind? No, don't tell me. Knowing that you will be here with me and Master Murakumo is enough. I was beginning to worry that what I would do the next time the city was invaded by King Ko's minions. The Master can barely make his way out of the privy each morning, let alone battle blood-lusting spectres. Now that you mention it, this all reminds me of that reading Lady Laveva conducted in the morning. I arrived at the observatory. Something about the friendly pass lined with dangerous fruits, with dangerous fruit bushes winding their way to hope. The stars truly have predicted all this? If so, I'm impressed. I will need to think more on the issue. Until then, might I suggest that you continue the refinement of your art here in Scenic Hingashi? You will find our beast just as formidable as yours in the west, if not doubly so. Cool. So, alright guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye guys.